Welcome. All right, so on yesterday's poll, you guys voted to hear about the truth about carbs and fat loss and peri and menopause. And I'm glad you chose this one. I love talking about this because when this clicks and you get this, it can be life-changing for most women. Because we've been had carbs demonized and we think that in order to lose weight, we can't eat them, and so many women are going low carb. And first, one of the reasons that we continue to do it is because, excuse me, when you go low carb, initially most people will lose a little bit of weight. So it's very encouraging and it encourages you to keep going, and it makes you think that it works and that low carb is the way to go, that it works for weight loss. But here's the thing, carbs hold water. So when you initially eliminate carbs, it gets rid of water weight. So that's what gives you that little quick win and encourages you to keep going and makes you think that it works. But here's the thing, it doesn't work long term. I don't even think I need to say that, because if you are here and you've ever been on a low carb diet, you would know that, because you there's a 99.999% chance that you would have gained it back. So we don't want to go on these crazy diets that make us miserable only to gain the weight back. We want to crack out of that and have good energy at the same time. So when it comes to carbs, the bad carbs gave all carbs a bad name. So the main difference between a bad carb and a good carb is fiber, most simply. So carbs are our body's main energy source. They're glucose. It's the first thing that our muscles use, our brains uses, our nervous system uses. Like, they give us energy. So if you've ever been on a low carb diet, you probably noticed that you have low energy. Maybe that it's affected your sleep. You may have been a little grumpy, moody. And that's because your body needs that glucose from the carbs as its main energy source. Now, the difference is carbs with fiber, that fiber, this is very important, slows the absorption of that glucose into your body. That's the key. When we have carbs without fiber, this is the problem. They go in, they spike your blood sugar like crazy, and this leads you going up in energy, crashing down, and then having cravings for more to bring you back up. That's no good. The other problem is every time you have white carbs, carbs without fiber, and they send you up, your body releases insulin to try to get that glucose into the cell to be used as energy. Now, when it does it too much, it's burning it out. And this can make us less sensitive to it being used as fuel, the insulin, using it as fuel. And the food is more likely to be stored as fat. So we don't want this, especially as women in peri and menopause. We are more prone to insulin resistance. This is like a double whammy. So you could feel like you're gaining weight out of nowhere, and this is one of the reasons why. So, simple solution. We simply want to have carbs with fiber so we can get that glucose into our cells where it's needed for energy, but it's going in at a rate that's more manageable. So we don't have the spike up and the crash down and the cravings, but there's more to it than that. So one of the main things I think is really important with carbs is wrapping your head around not being afraid of them. A lot of women are really terrified of eating carbs. And so I think when we understand it in a different way, it makes it easier to accept and to include them in your life. So when we are going into these hormonal changes, this is much more important. Our body can't handle the things it used to handle, but also with the hormonal changes, we're more sensitive to certain things. So when we understand that these carbs with fiber are essential for thyroid function, which is the master of our metabolism, and they're essential for feeding gut health, which is the master center of literally everything, including our hormonal health. So we got to switch that mindset of, oh, I have to decrease my calories in order to lose weight. No, girl, what we need to do is increase the rate at which our body's burning calories. Game changer. Because then you have energy, then you lose weight, then you can maintain it, and you're healthy. So it's not about dropping calories lower and lower, it's about giving your body what it needs so your body burns it off more efficiently. And carbs are essential for this. So you want to have carbs with fiber. So these would be things like sweet potatoes are great, berries, vegetables, obviously, chia seeds, lentils, beans, oats. Like, carbs with lots of fiber. And so they're going to do several things. Number one, that fiber is going to help to feed your healthy gut microbiome. This is key because especially with the changes in our hormones going into perimenopause, this can negatively affect our gut health. So you want to protect your gut health at all costs. If you take care of your gut health, your gut will take care of you. There is so many things connected to it. And one of these key things is fiber. So please don't be afraid of carbs. Watch the bad ones without fiber. And those would be like processed foods. So stay away from ultra processed foods because they're just going to create havoc in your body. When we have the proper carbs with fiber, these are going to feed our gut microbiome. This is amazing. You're going to feel amazing. You're going to have better digestion. It's going to help to balance your hormones out, including your response to insulin, which is going to determine if your body burns your food off as fuel or stores it as fat. Additionally, these healthy carbs are going to help to fuel your thyroid. Your thyroid is going to help take care of your metabolism. This means you're going to be able to eat regular meals in regular amounts, not only not gain weight, but lose weight. So when we take care of it this way from the inside out and we give these nutrients, including carbs, to where they need to go in our body, then our body takes care of us, and then the weight comes off as a side effect. So we got to do a couple of things. A lot of this is a mental game for women. Men don't tend to diet like we do. We need to wrap our head around the fact that it's not about calories in, calories out. It's not about eliminating carbs. It's about what does my body need to operate at its highest possible level. And your body needs carbs. Your gut health needs them. Your thyroid needs them. Your brain health needs them. Your energy levels, your nervous system, we need the carbs, but you need to pair them with fiber. So carbs with fiber. And even better bang for your buck is if you pair that fibrous carbs with some healthy fats like avocado, a little bit of olive oil, something like that, and some protein. That's going to slow the absorption and the spike of your blood sugar even more. So I hope that helps you guys. I know it can be kind of confusing, but at the end of the day, to decipher good carbs from bad, just think fiber. It's the simplest way to do it. And instead of thinking I need to drop carbs lower, please don't do that. Now that being said, you can have too much of a good thing, but you want to think in terms of how is this affecting my body and fueling my body and giving it what it needs instead of the calorie count. Calorie counting is outdated, doesn't work long term. It's all about what is this food doing to positively or negatively affect my body. That's what we need to be looking at. And that way you can do something that makes you feel good, gives you great energy, and allows you to release excess weight and then maintain that weight loss so you stay at your ideal weight. And I know it can be a little confusing, so I put together a free carbs guide for you guys. If you want it, and it even has some meals in there with the perfect amounts of fiber in them. If you want it, just comment below carbs and I will send it to you. Or you can find it at the first link in my bio and you can grab that for free. Any questions, of course, I love to hear them. Drop them below and hope that helps. Have a great day. Bye.